What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino back on the late night, Friday night live, Friday night, late night blast, however y'all want to phrase it. Um, Back on here with y'all. It's an open topic tonight. I'm only on here because Friday is the normal night that I normally come on, but I did go on last night to announce the comic book and to announce, not to announce the album, but to just get reactions to the album. So, but this is open topic. So whatever you guys have in y'all mind, as you come in, whatever you got on your mind, feel free to ask or comment on it. And as per the rules, um, respectful, of course. No childish behavior is allowed or accepted or tolerated. It would be removed immediately. It's the grown folks zone. But unless we in a playing mood, unless we playing, that's part of what we're doing is having fun and playing, and that's different. But outside of that, it's the grown folks zone, man. So y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. When you come in, everybody that's here so far, I appreciate your presence. Go back and hit that like button for your brother right now. We'd like to keep the chat participants slash like ratio pretty even. So hit the like button if you haven't done it already as y'all come in. And I see y'all coming in. It's open topic tonight. So whatever you got on your mind, question or comment, feel free. Respectfully, of course. Been a long week, but long weeks are good. Long weeks. Being busy is a blessing, y'all. Always remember that. Being busy is a blessing. I hate when people who set out to do a job on a career path, I hate when they do that. And then when they start to be successful, when things start rolling, and they're busy and they're working and they got action, they start complaining. They start whining because they got too much to do. This is what you said you wanted. So being busy is a blessing. But the minute that the work slows down, you see those same people in panic mode, worrying and wondering, oh man, I gotta make some help. I gotta get some money. I gotta get it. Wait a minute. When it was popping, you was pouting, crying. I mean, I ain't got no time to do nothing. Yeah, you're not supposed to have time when you're on your grind. So hit the like button, y'all. The dream, I'm doing great, bro. I appreciate. Hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing great, brother. No complaints. Or sister, I don't know. Oh, the dream. I see you, brother. All right. Southeast Christian. Blessings to y'all. Yeah. Tribe Judah says, can we talk about sudden adult death syndrome? Yeah, I've heard of SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome, but I haven't really heard of sudden adult death syndrome, if that's an actual condition or if you're just talking about situations that lead to sudden deaths of adults. Elaborate on it a little bit more, because if it's a condition, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not really. I can't say I've heard of it. I've heard of SIDS, but never SADS. Hit the like button, y'all. Like me up. Like it up. Hit them likes for your big brother, man. Shaheem up in this thing. One thing, respectfully to y'all, let me say this real respectfully. I'm not gonna speak on the incident. I'm not gonna speak on that. Yeah, that's some family stuff that I'm staying away from that. So I'm sorry if y'all wanted to bring that up. I'm like, oh, I thought this was open topic. Yeah, but even in open topic, certain things are off limits. What's up, Michelle? What's going down? Yeah. Brother Rick. Check out Brother Rick. He got something like you. He got something like me. What do you mean? Can you help me make knocking doors down too? I didn't make knocking doors down one. I mean, I don't really go into other people's songs and try to do other people's songs. That's not my thing, you know. Let me see. Mimi, love and blessings, big bro. Love and blessings to you, Mimi. That's right, worldwide. Hand cannon is going down. Hope y'all will come around next weekend. SPC 35. Don't want to miss it. Appreciate the love, Code. The new album is out. And that's all. Y'all can get it on all the digital platforms. If you didn't know I had a new album, now you know. Just dropped, fresh. Still got the price tag on it. Still got the new album smell on it. This thing is brand spanking new. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube for those who like to listen to the YouTube. But you know, I'm putting pressure on y'all, man. You know, don't just listen to the album on YouTube, man. You're welcome, but don't just listen to the album on YouTube. Go and purchase the album, man. You know, go purchase the album. Let's take this thing back to the old school. Let's get back to how it was when the only way you could, well, I ain't gonna say the only way. I was about to say the only way you can get an album is you went to the store and you bought it. No, that was never true because long as your homeboy had a way to dub it, when CDs came out, long as somebody could burn it for you. But in reality, not just me. Let me explain this. Not just me. Any artist that y'all like, any artist that y'all are into and you follow and you know you support them. Go make a purchase. I know it's easy to hear it without having to buy it. I know you can, you know, but just go make a purchase, you know. Like I say, not just for me. Not just for me. Do it for anybody you like, any business, any company that you like. You don't have to be music. If you just got somebody that's like, oh, man, my friend of mine opened up, or I seen this business that I really love their cookies, you know, go break bread with them. Go break bread with them. Right after you mentioned the Titanic video, it pops up in front of me, and I see that started the Federal Reserve, and the history pops up in front of me. Synchronicity. Yeah, synchronicity, or they are listening. However you want to lay it out. You know, y'all have these phones, and you can just say, man, I'm looking for, I need to get my windows tinted. And next thing you know, you look at your phone and it's an advertisement for a place that does window tinting. They listening, man. Hit the like button, y'all. What up, Keandria? How are you tonight? Jeff Hall up in this thing. Appreciate you, Jeff. Already. You coming through next weekend? You coming to the big blast next weekend? Let me know. Do you think, let me see, this is El God. Do you think the indigenous Americans, the muscle men, will ever get their country and land back? Yeah, of course. I mean, the indigenous people, the original people, will get all of their land back. The Most High will not allow thieves and robbers and rapists and murderers who stole the land. He will not allow them to hold and occupy the land forever. That's not justice. At some point, the land will be given back to its original and rightful owners. That's just how it has to be. So You know, it may be seeming like it's taking a while, but God's going to restore and return things back to the rightful owners. Southeast Christian, I appreciate the donation. Let's do a video to our song, Losing My Religion. It's on you, brother. You tell me. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. HDMC, that song Food Poison was amazing, bro. Have you heard of Codex? It's at Alimentarius. Nah, I had a book that my homie Jordan King gave me called the Codex Magica. I don't know if that's connected to it. I don't know what happened to that book. I loaned somebody that book. Oh man, that book was about that thick. But I appreciate the love on the song, on the album. Food Poison is a song that everybody on here needs to listen to. It's a song on my new album. Y'all go check it out. I'm gonna be promoting my album for the next 800 years, so y'all get used to it. Appreciate that. I need a break. All of y'all who checked out the album, much love. For all those who purchased the album, much more love. I see you. Is that Kako? Conscious energy up in this thing. Peace and blessings to you. I had a hard copies of the album in about 5 days already. About 5 days I have a hard copy. Come to the show. Come to the SPC show. I'll definitely have them in the building that night. Appreciate that, Jesus. Had it on repeat all day. Salute. Worldwide, yeah. Lake Charles coming into the H. Come on through. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear. L. Jackson, what's going on with you? Big Zach, I got you. Christopher Harris, what up, Chris? How you doing, man? Jimmy Robinson up in here. That's what I'm talking about. Samuel say he gonna buy the album twice. You ain't gonna get no complaints out of me. You can buy it 300 times. And I appreciate the love, though, Sam. I was so upset at y'all last night, man. If I never would have told y'all what Wolf Sessions really was, what Wolf Noises really was, y'all wouldn't have figured it out. Y'all would have never figured it out. if I never would have gave it or never would have just pushed the issue, y'all just thought I just said, let's just name this that for no reason. I appreciate the love. Do you have any more info on the release of the comic book? Yeah, actually I do. I think I mentioned last night that it won't just be a comic book available. We'll have the new comic book, and you can order the comic book by itself, but you can also order a bundle that consists of the comic book, a coloring book, and a t-shirt. You know, so and that's a lot, man. So that will be added on. Like I say, once we get that going, you know, the website, we'll put the website up and y'all can go straight to pre-order. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that done so y'all can pre-order. Y'all can pre-order now because it won't be long. We're offering advertising for anybody who wants to promote the company, promote the album, whatever you got. We got ad spots available for real cheap for what you're getting. So if you're interested in an ad spot in your album cover, your album cover right now can go in my comic book, the limited edition. Right now, we got a few spots left. We're not putting many out. We got a few spots left. You know, if you're interested in getting your company promoted, you know, in the comic book, send me an email. I just put it down in the chat. So that's what we got. Jado, yeah, I'll definitely sign it. You got to send me a reminder though. You got to send me some kind of reminder. Just put my email down in the thing. So email me and just remind me, because I'll forget or I won't remember to do it. The Urban Samurai's up in this thing. Okay, gotcha, Jado. Gotcha. Nelson Da Silva. Salute, man. What are my top 5 MCs? I've been asked this question a lot of times, and I always struggle when I get to number 5. Every time. Y'all, people have asked me this on these chats, so I'm sure it's recorded that I've answered this question. I just always struggle when I get to 5. So my top 5 MCs right now, let's see, not in any order, but just of course, KRS-One, of course, Tila Rock, and I'm getting stuck after 2. You got MCs. You got Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, top 5. See, I always get stuck at 4. And it'll be changing. I don't know. I don't know who that 5th one is. Like, I always get stuck on that 5th one, man. I'll get back to you on that 5th one. Somebody throw me some suggestions that might remind me who my top 5 is. Sam, that's not a bobblehead. It's like a toy. And it's gonna be pretty expensive, bro. It's not gonna be like a bobblehead. So I got to get some pricing on that to see what the cost is, and that's probably gonna be a made to order. Like, you got to order it first, then before they start putting it together, because that's gonna be the crafting of that. It may look like when you look at it, it may look like just, oh, this is just a regular little. Nah, but it's a job. It's intricate, bro. So that toy figure that y'all saw of me, it's not gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be cheap. Just keeping it real. Anybody, if you order one of those from your big brother, based on what I think I know about the manufacturing, then you really do rock with me. Am I ever coming back to Australia? Not if they try to make me do that. But if not, then yeah. Yeah. Big boss in H-Town. What should the good love, peace, and life people do? I ain't touching that, Chris. All I'm gonna say is that me, you, and everybody else should pray for the best possible peaceful solution. That's all I'm gonna say. I am Richard Kane. What's going on? The originals have a genetic connection to the land. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Yeah, we definitely have a genetic connection to the land because we are made from the materials of the earth. We have those materials in our makeup. See? So yeah, you're absolutely right. Bro, on a scale of 4 to 1 out of 10, how does Eminem stack up against your boss? On a scale of 4 to 1 out of 10. I don't think I understand that. Am I being slow? You said on a scale of 4 to 1 out of 10. And that's some new math, or you? I can never say how another rapper stacks up against my bars. I mean, when it comes to that type of assessment, that falls in the hands of the listeners. Like, everything is so diverse. People love this guy, love that guy, like, hate that guy, hate that guy. This guy's okay. This guy's here. This guy's there. It's just about what the people, how they feel, man. You know, it's never my place to rank myself and in general conversation to put myself up against somebody else. Like, you know, I can only represent for me. I'm blurry, y'all. I don't look blurry. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see something. Maybe it's because I got this thing kind of jacked up. Let's see. See what we can do. Move this here. Is that better? I hope that's better. See what we got, man. DNS. DNS, I wish you could come down, man, this weekend. I know you way over there. Way in Germany. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Y'all pumped them likes up real strong last night. Pootie Tang is out there in Germany. Appreciate the love, Pootie Tang. Make sure you buy it as well. I can't never think of my top 5, man. Y'all name y'all top 5. Who y'all top 5 rappers of all time? Y'all always ask me who my top 5 is. Everybody in the chat, put your top 5. Drop your top 5. Let me see, because somebody might help me with my 5th one. I might see a name that I'm forgetting. I need to write my top 5 down so I can remember. So every time somebody asks me this question, I can pull out a sheet of paper and be like, oh, my top 5 is. Y'all list y'all top 5, man. Do you eat red meat? No, sir. No, sir. I haven't eaten meat since 1992. Yeah, drop them top 5s. Let me see. Try to find my 5th one. Ooh, Scarface. Scarface may be my number 5. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I need a break. Salute. Ooh, Cool G Rap. Tupac. That's strong, man. I don't know why they won't let you do the super chat, Sam Baxter. Other people been able to get it in. I don't know what. Cannabis, Ghostface, Pun, Self-Titled. Them some killers, man. I'm glad I see Chameleonaire name on this title. Yeah, man. Give Chameleonaire some love. Killer Priest. Whew. It's certain rappers' names. You just say their name. This how you know somebody is just amazing. Like, you just say a dude name like, hey man, somebody, they were straight faced, like, so what y'all think about Killer Priest? And people go, whew. Hey, that's when you know somebody is like ridiculous. When somebody frowned up at the mention of their name, like, oh my gosh. Whew. That's amazing. Let me see. Top 5s. Lil Bing, man. Salute to Lil Bing, man. Twister. Man, y'all dropping some names. We did this one time, boy. Y'all was dropping so many rappers, I was freaking out. T-Rock. Underrated. Jadakiss. Ooh. Jadakiss is ugly, man. That's another one you say. What about Jadakiss? Ooh. Jadakiss is ugly, man. Black Thought. Black Thought, one of them dudes who just seems to be getting better and better the longer he does it. He got somebody dropped some eternal juice. Somebody slipped some eternal juice and some eternal they dropped an eternal pill in his juice and it dissolved. Let's see. I see. Okay, Sam, I see you representing for Texas. Flip, Roll, SPM, Pimp C. Man. All right, Jesus. Ocean ABC, what's going on? Immortal Technique, man. Nas. Man. Busy Bump. See, all of y'all mentioning all these different people's names, man. That just shows how diverse, man, the game is. It shows how many great rappers it really is. We tend, this is a mistake that we make, y'all, everybody that's listening. We tend to focus on what we feel is whack all the time. We tend to get mad and be focusing on the rappers we consider to be trash and whack. Hey, if you don't like somebody, you have to listen to them. Let's uplift. Let's spend more time uplifting some of these names that y'all got on these lists, man. Just pumping them up. Pump them up, man. If that's what you mess with, pump them up. Even people we never really heard of like that. If it's somebody that that we've never heard of, y'all excuse how wrinkled my shirt is, man. It's a long day. If it's people that you never heard, that the masses have never heard of, but y'all love them, pump them up, help promote them. I really believe, I'm of the belief that it's the fans' job as well to help promote an artist they like. As part of y'all's assignment as supporters. 3,000. Andre, Bun, the ambassador. I call Bun B the ambassador. Common, Kanye, Ghostface, Bone Thug. It's all five of them. Too many rappers to name five. You right. Too many to name five, man. I tell you, man. Young Gun C. Would I collab with Tech Nine? Of course. That's a legend, man. Bam. Okay, y'all know what it is. That's Killer Clan right there. That's our family. Robert Dub, I see you. Royce. That's another one. What about Royce, man? Ooh. Amazing rapper. Rashid Haiti. Okay, I'm gonna check him out. Devin, man, come on, man. See, everybody ain't gotta be a lyricist to be your favorite or be in your top five. If they're your favorite, they're your favorite. Devin in his own lane. Nobody raps like him. Nobody sounds like him. He don't sound like nobody else. He got his own thing, man. Man. That's what's up, man. Appreciate the love, JH. That's what I'm saying, man. It's too many good rappers. Y'all done already named. Y'all have already proved that you can't just do five. Can't do five, man. Chino Excel, my brother. I just hit Chino up. I hit him last night. We're gonna try to get that Chino XL interview right here on K-Rino Radio. Yep. Styles P. I heard of King ISO. Never heard of him, but his name comes up a lot. Tola said, Soldier Boy. Hey, look, man. That's all right with me. You rocking Soldier Boy. Hey, man. Jam Soldier Boy. You got no hate on Soldier Boy. Yeah, man. Open topic, man. What's on y'all mind? Appreciate everybody that been showing love to the new project. Got a lot coming along, man. That's why y'all hear me kind of dragging, like, shh. I'm dragging, but guess what? I'm still tagging. I'm dragging, but I'm not lagging behind. I'm not lagging behind. I'm still tagging your mind with aggravated lines. I played basketball all day, Marcus. I lost every game I played today. I lost every game I played today in 2 different gyms. But outside of that, I'm great. What's the key to get more plays on music? Richard, if I knew that, I can't answer that question. But you got to just keep pushing, man. You've got to push yourself hard, push and promote yourself as much as you can. Shamelessly promote. But also, you got to make sure your music is good, too. You got to make sure that the product is good. Because when it's good, it'll catch on. You know, the word will spread. Word of mouth is a real thing, and it's still one of the best forms of promotion. But push your stuff, man. And if you're new, don't be so caught up in trying to sell it. Make me some money. And people don't know who you are. You know, sometimes you may have to give your music away. You know, it's like I said, like being in the grocery store and they're giving away samples. You walk down one of the aisles and a lady standing there with a tray with a toothpick inside the thing. She gives you samples of that nasty sausage, and you taste the sausage. I don't like the way that sounds, but you taste the sample, and you're like, okay. Then she said, well, we have the actual package of this, what you just tasted right here, and it makes you buy it. So sometimes you got to give stuff away. You got to give away samples. See, back in the days, Dollar Bill can remember this, and a few of y'all can remember this. Back in the days, we used to have samplers, physical copies. Like we'll put a sampler up now on YouTube or on, you know, the internet some kind of way. But back in the days, we would print up CDs with the same type of sampler that you have on YouTube, just with just little samples of the song, snippets of the song. And you give those away to the people. You catch somebody coming down the street riding slab, got some music in their car, walk up on people, just randomly giving them away giving away samples that has the information on how they can purchase the full album if they like it. And hopefully the music is good enough that it will draw them in and interest them enough to say, okay, you know, man, I'm gonna buy this. I didn't know this was out. I'm gonna buy this. That's the purpose. So that's what you got to do sometimes. I am Richard to get your music out. You got to give it away. Sometimes you got to give it away to sell it. See, you got to give it away to sell it. It's crazy to sound. That's what drug dealers do. They give you a sample of the dope. You say, oh no, this is on me, because they know it's gonna get them hooked. It's like, don't worry about it. You just gave away some dope. He'll be back. As soon as he hit this sample I just gave him, he'll be back. That's the approach we got to have with our work, with our music, with our businesses, our companies, whatever product that we're trying to push. Just give a little bit of it away. Man, I ain't giving away nothing. Okay, well. How you doing, bro, through all the trials and tribulations? Well, bro, all the trials and tribulations, they not on me. We all have our own set of things that we deal with, but when you keep your focus on God, He's the constant. He's the only reality. Anything that we view to be a trial or a tribulation is a passing cloud. Sooner or later, it's going to be over. It's going to pass, and we got to work through it. So understanding that and understanding that God is the only reality, that He's going to push us through it. But if we take our eyes off Him and try to deal with it ourselves, or let it break us, then you won't be dealing with the trials, and you won't be effectively dealing with the trials and tribulations. Appreciate that question, Ryan. Man, I need that DNS. I need that vinyl. I remember that. Do you remember the collab called Middle East Heat produced by X-Flame? I would have to hear it. I would have to hear it. Klondike Cat, man, come on now. You got to mention the great Klondike Cat, who will be in concert next Saturday at the SPC 35-year anniversary event. Y'all make sure y'all are there. What do you think about solar panels? I've seen a few homes with the solar panels on them. From what I hear, they kind of, help save on energy bills, and it's just a natural way to get some energy going and helpful in, I guess, in crisis or emergency situations if it came down to it, and the electricity that we pay for is removed. But I ain't got no beef with them. The mind hide up in this thing. Lasheed for you. Blessings to you. Y'all subscribe to Lasheed for You's channel. She be dropping knowledge, man. Zenith, you're the only rap I listen to that talks about God a lot. I feel like From You is 100%. Well, I mean, I'll say this. Even if somebody doesn't talk about God, that don't mean that they don't have God in them. Some people's just relationships with the Creator are just more personal. They don't feel like they have to just always, well, God did this for me and God did. You see, the one thing about God is that He know all about our heart. He know when you saying it sincerely. He know when you capping and faking and throwing His name out there to make yourself look like you godly and angelic and focused on Him and God this and God. He knows the difference. So there are a lot of artists that we can look at, and just because they may not go into detail or be outwardly expressing, their appreciation for God, it don't mean that that's not in their heart. I mean, it's just like, I ain't got to prove nothing to you. I ain't got to impress or make it seem like, then there are others who openly like, hey man, I like to let people know. And that's kind of the angle I come from. My thing is, I like to let people know, that where my blessings come from, that I acknowledge openly where my blessings come from. So if somebody compliments me or somebody says, well, man, you're this, you're that, you're that, it's a way that keeps me in a state of humility, because it's like, nah, I ain't none of that, except with God's permission, that He blessed me with a gift to do whatever it is that may touch somebody else. But I can never let myself get big-headed, taking the credit. I can't do that. Ain't no credit for me to take. I have to be just thankful. Okay, well, whatever it is, the good Lord saw fit to run it through me. So it ain't me. So you got to give acknowledgement, because we can't get lost in ourself. We'll get lost in that sometimes, and that's dangerous. Gratitude. Dope E, the Holocaust. Yeah, man, y'all put my SPC brothers in these top fives too. Snoop, what up, Snoop? What's your favorite car? Man, I don't have a favorite car, Snoop. I'm not a materialistic guy like that. I see cars that I like. I'll be just riding around my little hoop, and I'll be like, I like that. That's nice. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a standout car that I just like, well, that's just the ride I have to have. It's nothing that really just jumps out to me. My favorite car is the one that gets me from point A to point B without no problems. Marty Marr, dead end salute. What's going on, Marto? Ryan Duke says, do you believe in actual telekinesis? And also, do you believe in ghosts and or spirits? That's a great question. Yeah, I believe in telekinesis. I believe that we have the ability to move objects with our mind. I believe that I heard someone speak on that in relation to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, but I can't verify that that's from his teachings. But I do remember hearing somebody speak on that way. It was talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who I subscribe to his teachings, saying that telekinesis is one of our senses. They teach us about the basic senses. What are the five senses they teach us about in school? Touch, smell, hear, sight. What's the fifth one? What's the fifth one? It's touch, smell, hear, sight, and it's another one. Is it taste? Anyway, there were two that were not included in that, and that was telekinesis. That's the ability to move this Sharpie without me picking it up and make it float to another part of the room. And the other one is the ability to read people's thoughts. That's what I remember hearing. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, because I don't want to be up here misrepresenting. But I vaguely recall that being part of our senses that don't get spoken of, because many of us don't have the ability to access that. We don't know how to access that. Obviously, we have the ability. See, is it feel? So touch. I thought touch and feel were the same thing. So it's coming from two perspectives: me touching something and something touching me. If I touch something, then I touched it. If it touches me, then I felt it. So it's sight, hear, smell, feel, or touch. Man, I don't know. Y'all go look up the five. Somebody just type in the five senses. We live in the Google age, man. It's touch, taste, hear, smell, and see. So touch must fall under the category with feel. Okay. All right. Codeine. So you're saying we're Professor X. I'm saying that a lot of the abilities that I believe that we naturally have are buried. For some reason or another, we don't access them. They're buried. That's like when you talk about the concept of the human being only using a small percentage of their brain. So the brain, this finite matter that sits inside our head, that has all of this ability, all of this power, we're only accessing a small percentage. We're only accessing less than 10% of it, according to certain studies. So the theory always has been, wow, what if we could get the other 90-something% of our brain? Oh, we'd be able to do everything. We could fly. We could do it. All these theories come up. But who knows? Maybe, now this me talking. This ain't come out of nobody's book or nothing. So I don't want nobody to say I'm misquoting. This is just me, my mind. Maybe if we had the ability to access that much brain, we wouldn't be able to handle it. Like the movie, what's that movie? What's that called? Lucy? What was the movie where the girl got the power to access her full brain? And she was, after that, she was a monster after that. They couldn't do nothing with her. She dodging bullets, you know, she knows where everything's coming from. But through all of that, it overwhelms your mind like, man, I got too much power. So the 100% access of the fullness of your brain power, in some theories, also says that we wouldn't be able to handle it, to grasp it. We wouldn't have the discipline. But the alternate theory would be, or my argument would be, well, if we have full access, we have 100% access to our brain power, then shouldn't the intelligence of how to properly handle it be included in that 100%? So you say, well, why would we lose it? Why would we freak out and go crazy and turn evil and all that if encompassed in that 100% is the intelligence to handle it the right way? I don't know, man. Y'all ain't gotta listen to me. Appreciate the love, Samuel. Appreciate the donation, man. Thank you so much. 74 red up in this thing. 74 red. JH, power should be free to all. There. Yeah, I mean, you know, we live in a world where we are charged, we are forced to pay for natural elements. You got to pay for gas, air, water, earth, wind, and fire. You got to pay for that, man. Have I ever heard of a woman named Florbrun? Can't say I have. Will you have someone doing the live for the outer state people? Man, Dean, I promise you that was on my mind about 2 days ago, bro. I'm really going to look into that. I promise you. You think I'm joking? That was on my mind about 2 days ago. Like, man, we got to figure out a way to broadcast this. Just go live. We just go live on YouTube. Just set up a live. We're going to do that. We're going to figure that out. We're just going to set up a live some kind of way so all of y'all can check out the show. The SPC show, man. Dollar bill, y'all. What's up, Landon? What's up, Joshua? Yeah, Joshua, get the new album. Get the comic book. Get whatever we come out with, man. I might just release some, we'll have some K-Rino. I don't know. Toilet paper. One thing about the K-Rino toilet paper, you can only use it once. Australia up in this thing. Smoke something 85. Salute to you. Anybody that already bought the album in some form or fashion, get a two-handed salute. And I need y'all to be on this comic book the same way. Zenith said, I always thought it was called Psychokinesis. No, it's Telekinesis, to my understanding, because like tele representing the travel, like to teleport, to telegraph, that represents the moving, something moving. Psych, the psyche, the psycho part, the psychosis, anything with psyche, it represents, in my mind, the psyche and the mind. So there may be some connection, but when you're talking about moving something, that's tele. That's where the tele comes in at. Spirits are real, and the soul is scientifically verified. Can you prove that? What is your point? Your source of reference? Now, I'm seeing some supernatural stuff. I've told y'all on this before. Now, I've experienced some stuff that I can't explain to this day. So there's certain things that I'll be like, well, I don't know, because there's some stuff that done happened that I've been like, whoa, I don't know. Wouldn't hearing thoughts be telepathy? No, I don't think so. Now, I'm speaking from just my dictionary now. Hearing thoughts is more so a science that I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speak on in reference to Jesus back in his time having the ability to tune in what they call a radio in the head. So when you think about a radio, an old school radio, when you wanted to find a certain station, you turned the dial to a specific number that frequency sits on. So I'm looking for 92.3 because I know they play R&B on 92.3. So I turn the dial and you hear you're going through those frequencies till you land on that one that carries 92.3. So you tuned in. So the ability to hear and read people's thoughts is a process that requires the mind to tune in on an individual, to look at somebody, or to, even if they own another part of the planet, another part of the world, but that's a special gift you have to have. And I can see what this person is thinking. I can see, or you can see what the person is thinking, because you tuned in on them and you locked in on the frequency that their thoughts are traveling on. You see, that's an actual ability. And the minister said that's how Jesus always knew how to elude his enemies, because he was one step ahead of them. He was like, oh, they think I'm gonna be over there. Oh, okay, all right. I'm over here now. See? So that's what that is to me. Telepathy is reading thoughts. It said not teller. Teller means with mind. Moving is kinesis part, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that correction. Because like I said, I'm coming from my view of it. When I hear teleport, telegraph, it always represents something that's being moved, being transferred, a message being sent. But I appreciate that. I'm going to look into that as well. Let's see what else we got. I appreciate HDMC. Thank you, bro. And see, Rob Simpson is more leaning more towards my view of that as well. Say telepathy is more the transmission or reception of feelings and emotions. Telepathy, which I thought was more connected to mind. I thought telepathy is more, but let's not get trapped down the rabbit hole, y'all. Michelle said, I tapped into K energy when he mentioned the Titanic. Y'all be surprised how much of a Titanic historian I am. Okay, you can start your own church. No, I couldn't. I'll never get into that racket. That's not my purpose. Erico Paschal Bittencourt. I ordered the album last night on SPC website. Yeah, man. Now where do I order that sweet shirt you have on? My guy was in here. Is Christian Ibarra still in the chat? Christian, are you still in the building? We're gonna pay. We're paging Christian Ibarra. Are you still in the chat? That's who did this shirt, man. Like I said, I had a rough day, but my brother did this for me. Y'all didn't even see it. Y'all just saw the bottom name. Look what he did. What he did, man. Yeah. My brother put this together for me, man. Dopeness. Dopeness. I need to holler at you, Christian. Just thought about that. What's been the reception for the best song on the song that's getting the most love and making the most noise is Food Poison. Getting the most views and all that. The song that's jumping out on the album is Food Poison, Dean. Think about that. You never know. Hold on, there's my nephew up in here, Young Lee. Yeah, see, he mentioned it, Food Poison. That's the song that's got the most views out of all the songs on the album. Who knew? But that just tells me that the people love knowledge. The people love knowledge. Everybody thinks, oh man, don't nobody want to hear no consciousness no more. That's not true. That's not true. Is gematria all coincidence, or is there some truth to death by the numbers? Bro, well, I'll say this. Numbers are very significant in different points of our life and in history. There is a relevance of certain numbers. Absolutely. But I don't like to get too extreme in trying to connect every single set of numbers to a life situation. And a lot of people that's into gematria real heavy, some of them, not everybody, but some of them, they do that. Everything is connected to a number. It don't matter what you do. It's like, man, he ate a hamburger. Well, see, look, hamburger has such letters. Has how many letters in hamburger? 9 letters in hamburger. That means that, come on, man, everything ain't connected to something like that, in my opinion. But there is a significance to numbers. There's a lot of points in life where we can look at numbers. A lot of things scriptural we can look at that's connected to numbers. A lot of things in history that are connected. So that's absolutely a factor. But you know, sometimes people be overboard. That's like even with a conspiracy theory or just any kind of theory. Sometimes they're very on point and accurate. They're no longer theories, they're actual conspiracies. You can prove certain things, but other times people be reaching like crazy, man. Every little thing is, you know, see, that's because, see, what happens, man, no, everything ain't something. Some things are just what they are. The dude got hit by a car. It don't mean nothing. It's no type of spiritual thing that the dummy shouldn't have walked. He should have watched where he was going when he walked, and he didn't. He got hit. I'm just saying, man. And boy, it like it seems like, don't let somebody die. Oh, they really gonna start connecting stuff. And well, see, he died on November. That's the 11th month, and it was the 5th day. See, 5 represents the. See that. What about the other 10,000 people that died on that same day that the celebrity died? So because it's the celebrity, oh yeah, because see, you know, the industry people, they set it up. Your crackhead uncle died on that same day. Well, see, crack has 5 letters in it. Yeah, Mimi, everything ain't something. But to a lot of people, everything is something. Numerology or gematria. I mean, look, bro. My thing is to simplify. I try to just look at where we are in scripture and the totality of things, the of people, just like where we are, where the people are, where the world is in the book, and to see how we're lining up with any of the with any of the bad things that were prophesied to happen in the book. So it's like, okay, so this is how you know what time we in, what time we living in, what moments we in, because it corresponds with the scripture. That's me. That's just me. But what happens is when so many different viewpoints are just thrusted into our head, thrusted into our ears all the time. This guy says this. Professor such and such says this. This pastor says this. This scholar says that. This scientist says this. And you just bombarding your mind with all these different viewpoints. Now you have a freaking gumbo of confusion being stirred around in your head. And a lot of people go, that's how a lot of people go crazy. You see a lot of people when they go on their journey to gain knowledge, they don't be properly trained on how to receive information from different sources without losing it. Well, wait a minute, he said this. I thought this was right. Oh, now he's saying this. Oh, I don't know. And you taking in all these schools of thought, and now you messed up. You messed up. So you simplified and you locked down on basic life principles. And anything that you do accept into your mind after you've locked in on certain foundational principles, anything that comes at you at that point, you have to have the ability to sift through it in order to pull little nuggets of knowledge that line up with the principles that you rock with, that you stand on. So if you come to me with a body of knowledge and you just say, well, man, such and such and such and such and such, and I'm like, Yeah, that sounds good. That makes sense to me. That lines up with how I think in certain aspects. Then you backdoor to say, yeah, see, because what happens is when the talking monkeys visit you, that they oh, hold on. You can keep that part. No, let me tell you. See, the talking monkeys, they have to come so the catfish can lift weights and make themselves stronger in order to help us fight the war. And you're like, all right, you keep that part. I'm gonna let you hold on to that part, bro. I'm gonna let you hold on to that part. But I like the other part you said. That works for me. Gotta have discernment. Marty Moore hit it on the head. But when you have people with fragile mindsets, people who are easily just blown in the wind and led in any direction, they've never had that foundation of having their own mind. They don't always have the discerning ability to say, nah, man, that ain't right. You can tell them anything. That's why you see people bounce from organization to organization, group to group, religion to religion. They don't know where they want to be because the first person that comes along that can talk a little bit better than the person they hanging out with now, they gonna walk off with them. You have to be firmly rooted in something. I don't know what it is. You have to be firmly rooted in something. There's a thin line between genius and insanity. Sometimes, because a genius can go insane if he or she is not properly equipped to handle their own genius, or they become a victim of their own genius through arrogance, and they can be destroyed by it. Nothing is off topic tonight, Zena, but is it worth trying to reason with drug addicts? Yeah, to an extent. You should always have the mind to try to help somebody who's not in their right mind or not in their right state. We should always reach out to try to help, but to an extent. So if you have a conversation, if somebody you love, somebody in your family, somebody's a drug addict, and you trying to talk to them just to make them understand why this is a lifestyle that they need to transition their way back out of, but the reception that you receive from them is not one that shows that they want to get out of that, then you have to have a cutoff point at some point. You can't keep just browbeating somebody that does not want to change. So yeah, but to an extent. You don't just let somebody, because you never know. If we take the mindset of, man, don't try to talk to no drug addict, man. Don't try, nah, man. They a lost cause. Even like you say, reason, whatever. They're a lost cause. You never know. You may get somebody on the first time. You may say something in a conversation with somebody that clicks them back the first time. But if we feel like it's no use to even try, and you can tell when the comments are, you know what, that brother a little too gone. I tried. I leave it in God's hands after that. Hopefully, slowly, God will chip away all of the other stuff he got going that's preventing him from seeing and hearing properly life-saving information. What is my favorite movie of all time? I got a few, man. Nothing that y'all would expect. It's probably Dolomite. Probably one of Dolomite's movies. It's not gonna be nothing Advanced or nothing like that. Tombstone or something like that might be. Appreciate that. Is that PIS 187? Be sure to purchase the album, y'all. Give me 4 more likes, man. If y'all ain't hit that like button, hit it. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. Get me to 100 likes. That boy say Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields. Tell you how perverted Hollywood is, man. Hollywood is perverted. They had Brooke Shields posing naked in Playboy like 10 years old. The entertainment industry, man, they felt like that was all right to do. It's some stuff. It's funny how the world works because it's things that happened that was allowed and acceptable 40 years ago that would never be acceptable now. But it's also things that you see now that would never been acceptable 40 years ago. So a lot of stuff is flip-flopped. One has to go. Petey Wheatstraw, Disco Godfather, Human Tornado. Yeah, it would probably be Disco Godfather. That was the least of his movies. He admitted himself that that one didn't come out like he wanted to come out because you're talking about the late 70s and disco was a big thing back in the late 70s. It was a genre that came and went. Disco was hot for like maybe what 3 or 4 years, and then it just died out. So when disco first hit, a lot of people was trying to jump on that wave. And you know, Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore did the same thing. He was like, okay, this disco thing is hot. Let's make a movie with a disco theme in it. But sometimes, just like in rap music, when you see different trends come out, but you are already established in your way of doing things, it's not wise to try to just jump on that trend because that trend may not be you, you know. So if young people are coming out doing this particular thing and it's popping, it's hot, and it's hot among young people, I can't take my 50-something-year-old self out there trying to do it. You know, it's like that's not you. You gotta stay. I gotta stay in my lane. You know, so what I think when he did that movie, he admitted it. He just said, I was just trying to jump on that disco thing and it didn't go right. He tried something and it didn't work. We've all done it. But I still like the movie though. See, because Dolomite gonna be funny just because. And Adventures. Appreciate that, man. What album would you have a Beast 1333 supporter listen to? I don't even know, man. I can say though, I hate when people try to introduce new people to my music and they play the wrong songs. And what I mean by the wrong songs is that when you try to introduce somebody else to an artist that you like, you still have to find out or know what type of songs the person you're trying to introduce the music to like. You got to know what they like. So if somebody is a fan of lyricism, don't play a song where a guy's made a party song. He's a real good lyricist, but you play one of his party songs. Yeah, this is my boy. Check him out. And the person that's listening, he's like, I don't hear it. No, take him to the top shelf. If you try to bring him in, you got to use the right kind of bait to catch the right kind of fish. Hey, Rob, you got a good point. It wasn't just Humphrey Bogart. He said in the 40s, Humphrey Bogart, etc., be slapping women left. Boy, back in them old black and white movies, they will slap the snot out of a woman and then kiss her. He'll be standing there arguing with a woman, like you say, Humphrey Bogart or freaking Burt Lancaster or something. And they'll be, yeah. And then lean right in and start kissing. And she'll be cool with it. They used to slap the hell out of women back in the 30s and 40s on the movies. And it was acceptable. I think it might have ended in the 70s. Because Dolomite slapped the woman. Man, the new SPC album may change everything. It might, because we're going to go in. We're going to go in, man. South Park Coalition album coming soon. Gangsta Nip, Point Blank, Klondike Cat, Dope E, Your Big Brother. Who else? Whole South Park Coalition. Long overdue. Archangel, 50. Hey, man, I'll be 52 next week. Inshallah. 5-2. See, the 5 and the 2 make 7. 7 is the number of God. There's science on that. And that has significance. That has significance. Dancing Jesus, your music saved my life. When I was at my lowest, I was hooked on morphine, Xanax, Oxy, Coke. I almost died getting sober. God bless, man. God is great. God saved your life. It wasn't me. God saved your life. And you made a decision to save your own life. Blessings, man. Yeah. Solitary confinement. Man, I gotta check on that, man. Exactly, Rob. See, if you play a song like Metro Fantasy, you gotta play it for people who are into that type of stuff. There's some chill little story like that. You know? See, because that's the equivalent of taking somebody say, man, I want to listen to this guy. And they not a fan of lyricism. They're not really into just intricate, detailed, technical, lyrical styles like that. And then you play something that's way up there, like, no, you played the wrong song. They looking at you like, I don't know what that is. What are you talking about? See? Gotta read the room. Gotta read the room, man. Sweet James Jones, much love, man. Thank you, man. Y'all be sure to not just listen to the album, but to actually go purchase it. Physical or digital, it don't matter to me. Can you make a recovering addict song? I can do that. If I remember, I'll do that. I got to do some research because I can't speak from experience on that one. God made you great, 3. And the struggle made you great. Thank you, Christopher. I'm trying. The objective in life is to age backwards when you get to a certain age. You don't want to look older. You want to try to stay as young as you can. And that means don't turn into a drug addict. Don't eat bad food. Eat the best you can. You can't hardly avoid eating bad food. We all got vices, and eat the best you can. Eliminate certain things. Don't eat pork. Try not to drink and smoke. Uh-oh, what did I say? Uh-oh. Did he say don't smoke? Hey, Smoking puts age on your face. The toxins that are in it, it changes the coloring of your face. You can see the texture of the face just change. Stop eating pig, man. Stop eating so much red meat. Stop eating so much fast food. All that, man. Stop drinking all day long. 6-pack in the morning. 6-pack at lunch. 6-pack at dinner. See? Did you ever get any blowback from doing that Grand Deception song? Nah, you know, surprisingly, Seven to Dawn, surprisingly, that song got a lot of support. Now, it may have been some on the cool later on in the game shadow banning that went on because he got stuck on like 1.7 million views for like ever. But a lot of people, man, it's all different races, places, faces, and spaces. They all love the song because it's some truth in it for everybody. Thanks to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It'd be funny how people be smashing on the teachings of the Nation of Islam, but they don't be knowing a song like Grand Deception. Everything I talked about, I learned in the Nation. like, come on, man. Y'all love the fruit, but hate the tree that it fell from. How was it working with Sniper on the plan? Well, you know, that's my brother. So it was smooth, man. That was on Annihilation the Evil Machine album. A double album that we recorded in 3 studio sessions. We recorded that album in 3 studio sessions, 20-some songs. No, how many songs were that album? I don't know. Almost 30 songs. So me and Snipe always had that's a good chemistry. Blessing to everybody who fighting that fight, man. Okay, I wrote a poem about the Titanic in '98 while in California. It's prophetic. Would you ever rap on a DJ Paul beat? Why not? Man, I rap on a beat with a dude beating on a trash can top with a wooden spoon. I can rap on anything, man. I have no idea if Kuwait is still making music. Haven't seen Kuwait in a long time. Torrance. Yeah. Blessings to y'all, man. I just came to holler at y'all because I said I was coming through. I appreciate the love, man. Peace.